Hi, I'm Assistant Principal Brent Comer. Here are a couple do's and don'ts for the iPad. A couple do's. Students, make sure you always have these charged up and ready to go every day of school, and make sure they are here every day. Charging the iPad is your responsibility. It is not the high school's responsibility. So just make it part of your normal nightly routine to have these charged up and ready to go the next day.
My name is Mr. Bright. Some of you don't know me. I was here a couple of years ago, but I'm back at the high school now, so I'll take a moment to introduce myself. My name is Mr. Bright. I'll be in the main office up by the gymnasium. I'm one of the assistant principals along with Mr. Comer. One thing just remember about the iPad, once you get the iPad, it is yours until your high school career is over. You will use it all year this year as a freshman, sophomore, junior, depending on what grade you are in, but the same iPad will follow you all 4 years of your high school career. So make sure you take care of it. A couple things to keep in mind. When you go to PE, if you are in PE this year, make sure that during PE, the iPad is in the locker and it is locked inside the PE locker room. We are also going to lock the door to the PE locker rooms this year as an extra step to try to make sure the iPads are secure, but please do your part and make sure that the lock is actually on the locker and locked before you leave PE if you take the iPad in there with you. Also be careful transporting it to and from school. The school is great enough to get you a nice case to make sure that iPad was in. It should never be out of that case to and from school or while you are using it. It is there to help protect it and keep it in good working condition for you. One thing you do need to know, if an iPad does come up missing, whether it is at school or at home, we will be talking with the North Vernon Police and filling out a police report. If it happens at school, you need to let someone know immediately, preferably myself or Mr. Comer, and then we will start the necessary steps to get that police report going if one does come up missing. If it comes up missing outside of school hours, please contact either the Sheriff's Department if you live outside the city limits, or if you live inside the city limits, please contact the local North Vernon Police to get a police report in case if one does come up missing.
And a couple other quick reminders to make sure we all have a great year using the iPads as they're intended to be used, and that is a supplemental tool for your teachers and for you guys to learn. A couple things not to do. We want you to use these to finish class projects. There are going to be times when you're going to need to use the internet, and your teachers, trust me guys, have had some great ideas to integrate this tool into their lesson planning. Some things that you do not need to do, and we don't need to discuss it beyond this video today. If you're storing pictures on here, the picture should only pertain to a class project or something relates to an assignment by one of your teachers. We do not want to find 1,000 saved images of Duck Dynasty, monster trucks, or any other kind of images that are not school related whatsoever. Also, this tool is not your personal social media tool. It is not for Facebook. It is not for Twitter or any of the other kind of social devices. We have those things blocked from here by having a profile set up. If a student deletes their profile, if they're on any of the social media sites or have images downloaded or communicating with other students that is not school related, there will be obvious discipline that will follow, and the discipline could be severe enough to where the loss of the iPad could occur for the remainder of the year, to where a student would not have the iPad to use, and other discipline consequences.
Just one final thing to keep in mind, that the iPad is the school's property and it can be searched and looked through at any time by any school personnel upon request. So keep that in mind as you are using these devices. And they're a great tool if used appropriately, but if not, obviously you just need to be careful of what you do and don't do on these iPads.
On behalf of Mr. Bright and I, hope to see everyone around and can't wait to see the great things we're going to do with the iPads.
Have a great year, guys.